Artificial wombs are one of the most interesting things on the scientific forefront of de-extinction and conservation. And a super cool biosciences, genetics, and conservation company called Colossal is on the forefront of that forefront. The 8 front? So artificial wombs are quite what they sound like. They're a device that would allow an embryo to grow and develop extracorporeally, which is a fun word to say. Over the last few days, I've talked about how Colossal is working on bringing the woolly mammoth, thylacine, and dodo back to the face of the earth, and how that will positively affect the environments that they're missing from. In all three of these cases, artificial womb technology can make the whole process easier, safer, and more efficient in a more controllable environment. In the case of the Tasmanian tiger, they've even already developed a prototype artificial marsupial pouch for early stage gestation. That way, they won't have to rely on their closest living relative, the mouse-like marsupial called the fat-tailed dunnart, as a surrogate. Just this January, they announced that they had reached mid-gestation in a marsupial embryo in an artificial uterus. And with the advancement of this technology, we could eventually use artificial wombs to bring back extinct species that don't even have any compatible live-in surrogates, like the saber-toothed cat. Or the gigantic Steller's sea cow, which went extinct in 1768, just 27 years after it was discovered by Europeans. They could grow up to 30 feet long and could weigh up to 10 tons. So even as babies, they would be just way too big for their closest living relatives, manatees or dugongs, to be viable surrogates. And on top of all that, artificial wombs could be used to help restore populations of species that are endangered, critically endangered, or extinct in the wild. For example, there are only 2 known northern white rhinos left living in the world. A female named Najin, who was born the same year as me and Taylor Swift, and her daughter Fatu, who was born in the year 2000. So with both of them being female and being directly related, there's no chance of them not eventually going extinct without some super scientific intervention. And to make matters worse, both individuals are no longer even reproductively active. So Colossal is partnered with the conservation organization BioRescue to stop their otherwise inevitable extinction from occurring. For years now, BioRescue has been collecting sperm and egg cells from the last living northern white rhinos that we had. That way, when we bring them back, we can ensure that they won't immediately be thrown right back into an unrecoverable genetic bottleneck. By 2023, they were able to collect oocytes from Fatu. And with them, they created 29 viable embryos which could be implanted in surrogate southern white rhinos. And eventually, with the continued progression of this artificial womb technology, the whole process could be much faster and more scalable. It's extremely exciting. Artificial wombs could provide a whole new method of conservation and could help preserve Earth's biodiversity. So I'll be watching to see this technology continue to grow and develop.